It says that we are live. All right, ladies and gentlemen. This is your cap. I need to adjust the camera a little bit. Oh. There we go. A little bit better. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Buckle up. Get ready for takeoff. Today, we're flying in the territory of miscellaneous topics. No specific destination today, but I have got a YouTube video pulled up. It's crazy ass shit. I couldn't believe it, but then again, if it's taken off TikTok, gotta take it with a grain of salt. But apparently, there are these grown adults who think they need a pacifier to calm themselves. Okay. I know you don't believe it. Let's look at the video. I'm gonna go back to the beginning here.
Believe that the idea of a growing trend of adults using pacifiers might actually be that symbol.
Yeah, we're swirling the drain.
Let's watch this video.
World is going on. Adults have started sucking on pacifiers in order to soothe their anxieties. American adults are sucking on pacifiers to get through stress at work, in traffic, when they're having trouble sleeping, or during moments of pure burnout. Psychologists call this the regression phenomenon, which basically is the idea that when life gets overwhelming,
that lady's too old to do this. Like, you made it this far? Like,
people retreat into something that made them feel safe as kids. Online retailers are reporting sales of over 2,000 adult binkies per month, and they range in price from a couple dollars to $70 plus if you want a more luxury pacifier.
You know, it's like, this is your boomer parents, like, you know, if you gave up the pacifier, you'd be able to buy a home. Like, that's why you're buying luxury pacifiers.
Doctors and dentists have voiced their concerns with this new trend, saying that pacifiers are not made for adults, and it could shift their teeth around. But I think we have bigger problems than that when adults are turning to binkies to relax themselves. As always, I want to hear what
is this a sign of the end of days?
Yeah, definitely more convincing than the red heifer.
Wow. So they need pacifiers, do they? Wow. That's insane. It's going to take me a while to get used to this software, so I am practicing here. That's insane. I caught this video right before we started, and I'm going, what the hell? Adults that need pacifiers to calm their nerves? Why not put on a good comedy? That always calms my nerves and makes you laugh. Laughter is good for the soul. That's crazy. Oh my God. But then you have to think of the source. It's TikTok. So anything that comes off TikTok, you know they're doing it for clicks and views. They follow the stupidest, dumbest trends. This trend of adults needing pacifiers, that's just crazy. That's stupid. Let's get back to the video. I've heard of crazy shit before, but oh my God.
Yes, if you weren't watching IRL last night, there was a long discussion about the red heifer. Given that I'm not religious, I was out of that one. But this isn't the worst of the videos, sadly. This one's less informative, but more depressing even.
Nobody's gonna know.
It says, if you're listening to this rather than watching, it's somebody says, adult pacifier for my anxiety. I'm glad we wear masks.
Nobody's gonna know.
They're gonna know. How would they know? Are you shocked about the hair color
Not at all.
and the color of the
How would they
mask?
know? How would
These
they
people
know?
are
Again.
just unprepared for
Oh
reality.
my god.
So
Unbelievable.
10 to $70 to buy one of these. And the first thing that I thought about was like, if I'm being honest, was like, has society just gotten too complicated for people to survive? And what I mean by that is I've kind of made this comparison before, and I don't know if people will agree with me, but I think that people in general live in a state of, not everyone, so don't be the person in the comments who's like, oh, don't do that, because I'm not talking about you. But what I'm saying is that we stop teaching our kids basic tasks, and people live in a state of silent panic all the time. So, for instance, if you're driving to work and you don't know how to change a car tire, you may live in a state of silent panic that if you get a flat tire, you won't know what to do to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably a majority of people, because you'd be surprised how many people today can't change a tire. As I predicted, the adults will get at that weird phase and suck on pacifiers. What has happened to the world? I have no idea. People usually run to beer to calm down. Beer is a good one. Exactly. What's wrong with some good brewskis? I don't understand it. Adults need pacifiers? Oh, that's crazy. Oh, that's just loony.
Or if that could even happen if you move to a state with snow and you've never driven in the snow before. You live in a state of silent panic. When something goes wrong with your bank account and you can't actually get a human being on the phone to help solve the problem because technology has been automated in such a way that we don't have access to anybody to help us solve the problems we need solved right away. I'm talking about your finance. Like literally last week, I had something like a charge showed up on my bank account that wasn't mine, and and my account got locked, and it took forever to get a hold of an actual person to work to get the problem solved. And in the
That's so true. That's so true. That is so daggum true. You you can't get a human being to help you with anything. Everything, like he said, is AI generated. It's getting a human being on the phone to help you solve your problem. Good luck with that. So many people I've talked to have gone through the same thing. You're talking to a computer, and if you think you're talking to a person, you're talking to an AI chatbot of some sort. Oh, Myrtle Beach. It's quite a ways away.
meantime, you've got 10,000 things you have to do. You have bills that need to be paid. And in general, society moves so fast now that people are living in a state of constant fear. And I'm not saying that's everyone. I'm sure most of the people in the chat are like, that's not me. I've got everything figured out. I've got all my shit together. Fine.
That's everyone in every chat.
Yes.
It's never them.
But the point is that's very clearly not indicative of everyone in society. Otherwise, we wouldn't see trends like this. They were saying they were doing it when they were in traffic. Traffic shouldn't make you anxious. It should make you mad.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't make you fearful or scared. It should make you furious with people.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Am I wrong?
Nope.
No, I mean,
yeah, traffic should make you mad. People cut you off all the time, or you're behind grandpa. Come on, grandpa, move it. You know, traffic. You're always dealing with idiots who nearly hit you. They pull out. They see you coming, and they just want to just pull out in front of you. Oh, my God. I've had some near misses. I kid you not. You sound different, not bad, just different. I'm still having some coughing going on. You're right. I haven't been feeling that great, but I'm dedicated myself to being on here live every week, no matter what, because this gives me, it's therapeutic because, this way I can engage my audience, talk to people, and talk to all of you, and I guess not feel so alone. I feel like I have someone to talk to. So I do this every week. And I need to grow my channel again. And by doing this every week, it'll help my channel stay afloat and grow it again. What else is going on YouTube? So adults need pacifiers. Oh my God. What are they going to do? Wear diapers next? Oh shit. I've also heard that they bring their parents to the job interview. Yeah. Can I bring my mommy to the job interview? Can my mommy come along? No. If you bring your mommy to the interview, it's over. It's done. Yeah, it's done. No. You're here for the job interview. Having your mom drive you is one thing. Having your mom sit there during the interview, no, this is private. No. If you need your mommy to handhold you during a job interview, you got a serious issue, pal. Oh, jeez. I can go off on a rant on that one.
Yeah, I mean, part of it too is like society now maybe is too good at keeping people alive.
Yeah.
like these people probably just wouldn't have made it 50 years ago. Like I don't know. I don't know what the mechanisms were to ensure people didn't have pacifiers into adulthood, but surely there was something,
shame.
Some sort of filter beyond shame, like something physical would prevent this from occurring.
No, he may be right. It's like,
but shame for sure.
People always had the ability to rise to the occasion because society wouldn't permit them not to.
Yeah,
you had to do it. It's like it is actually
and
true.
It shouldn't. Like society should not allow people to behave like this.
Yeah.
But because we live in a gynocracy,
right?
Like this is the result of it. No one is allowed to be rude or insulting. You don't want to hurt people's feelings. Well, hurting people's feelings is a way that is a non-violent, non-police, non-government way of making sure that people are doing the things they're supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And one of them is not sucking on a pacifier in public when you're an adult, and not sucking on a pacifier at all when you're an adult.
I think about it as like one of the criticisms that a lot of people have is like in America, your parents are like way too ready to just kick you out at 18.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, and they literally kick you out the door. They're like, figure it out. And I do think there's actually an argument to be made that given the fact that so much now is like the kids are living at home until they're X age, but there's also a big part of the reason that so many people went into debt is because their parents like, you need to get a college degree, get the hell out of the house and go figure it out. And society lied to them saying that the college degree was going to be worth something. And then they're stuck with mountains of debt and their parents are more interested in buying another Airbnb than actually helping their kids out.
Actually, I recommend, you stay at home, live with your parents through college. And maybe the first couple of years of your career, get some money saved up. Save your money, pay your parents' rent, help out. Don't be mooching off of them, but contribute, pay rent, help them out, help do some chores around the house. I do recommend staying at home till at least you're 25, 26 years old. By then, you've got some money saved up and be able to afford to get out there on your own. But affordable housing is becoming a thing of the past. I'm reading the comments here. My crib, I'm a 58-year-old baby. Huh. Okay, let's get back to the video.
But there has to be a middle ground somewhere because, sometimes you do need to be kind of forced to figure things out for yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to evolve completely into who you can actually prove yourself to be.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we're talking about people who are, I'm assuming most of these people aren't living at home. They're out on their own. They've got their job, whatever, but they're worried that they're going to be fired from their job and, not be able to make rent and then suddenly be out on their ass. And so they're sucking on pacifiers to cope with that. And my instinct is to mock, but at the same time, that mocking comes along with a very real question about, like, how did society get to the point that it's at now? And have we just evolved past the ability for kids to find their way in the world without something happening to them?
Yeah, I mean, and something that people don't like to talk about, but it's true, is antisocial behaviors, whether it's stuff like this or at the upper, more high-profile cases like transgenderism, they're more prevalent the lower down the income ladder you go. Yeah. So, like,
I mean, unless you're at, like, the celebrities with kids.
Well, it's counterintuitive. You would expect this to be, like, prevalent among, like, the weird elite, but it's actually not. Like, if you walk around, the Upper East Side, or you walk down Rodeo Drive, you're actually going to see very normal, conventionally attractive people.
You'll hear the outliers like Angelina Jolie and her 3 kids.
Sure, but it's like it's when you go to a Rust Belt town that's really fallen apart, and you see the people that are still there. Unfortunately, that's where you're going to see a lot of these types of antisocial behaviors. And it's so counterintuitive because, like, the right is fully embraced in kind of populism, which is good to a large degree. But you have to be honest that this is much more prevalent in lower class environments.
So?
At 100, yeah. I mean, transgenderism absolutely is, like, data wise, you can get the numbers on that. You can have access to that. You do have the high profile cases in Hollywood of like, oh, well, there's so many transgender.
Okay, are you listening to what this guy's saying? He's making some argument that a lot of this stuff goes on in the lower classes, like the trailer trash. He's gonna refer to that here in a second. He's saying the upper class people don't do it as much as the lower class. You see a lot of this weird behavior going on in the lower classes of people. Well, maybe, but it's just more visible. The upper class are just as bad. They're just better dressed. It's like if you used to watch Jerry Springer, what do you see on Jerry Springer? The lower class. And it's always going, Jerry, fight, fight, fight. You watch Jerry Springer, it's always the trailer trash. And they bring in the worst of the worst. It's absolutely true. He may have a point. And the educated, better dressed people, the better they're not better. They're just better dressed. They're better at concealing things because they're just as corrupt. Oh, they have just as many problems. They have money problems, money problems with more zeros.
Kids in Hollywood, but like this is afflicting the lower class in America at trailer parks, these sorts of things. It's unfortunate, but that's the case, and that's why I think that actually will happen in about 5 to 10 years. Is this hyper woke stuff is going to be seen as like very white trash kind of thing.
What's weird is like most people talk about these ideas as they were called luxury beliefs, meaning that they were only something you could afford if you were the rich in society. It's what Hollywood, it's what people deem luxury beliefs for Hollywood, because only ivory tower dorks have the luxury and the time to think about these types of things. And then they got pushed into movies, which oddly, or TV shows, or to influencers and things like that. And then maybe perhaps the idea is that it made its way down to the lower income.
It's the opposite, and people will argue with this, but you have to consider if you're arguing against this point, you're probably a working person. You're probably a hard worker, even if you're at the on the lower end of the income scale. So you're only interacting with other people that are working, generally speaking. But I mean, it's just not borne out. It's like there's a lot of these types of people that have pacifiers that work at like Walmart, or they work at McDonald's, and you see them when you go to these places. Like if you're in a rural area and you go to a McDonald's drive-through window, oftentimes the person that's going to be at the windows incredibly dysgenic with demonstrating, lots of antisocial behaviors. They're probably on a cocktail of, pills and these sorts of things. And it's like, we're not going to address these issues until we be kind of honest that it's actually afflicting communities that we assume are like this immune from like wokeness. And it's actually kind of the opposite. It's like wokeness actually preys on people that are a bit more helpless the most. And it is what it is. And this is you can see this anecdotally as well. Like, I mean, my dad's side, they come from very low income trailer parks. I won't say which state, but and this type of stuff afflicts them pretty extensively. And then when I lived on the Upper East Side, I rarely saw it.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
We get a 20 here from Aaron Hicks. Says, this is for the boys, Brett, Tate, and Phil. Listening to metal and getting into a mosh pit can be beneficial.
Yes,
that's true.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think you might be right. That's really, really good. Like, I guess I always think of.
So he's saying that a lot of these woke stuff affects poor people the most. Kind of like it's the poor that play the lottery the most. There's truth in that. There's a lot of things that affect poor communities that keep people poor. And this woke stuff, yeah, I can see that. Keep them down, keep them down, keep them down. No, I think he's got a point. I mean, I'm sure the upper class have some issues with it, but they just hide it better. No, he's got a point. The person at the drive-through window is chock full of drugs. No, that may be true. There may be some truth to what he's saying. They're more depressed. They have more social anxieties because they're less attractive. They have less money, and they're feeling like social outcast. I don't know, but there may be truth in what he's saying. All right. What else is going on YouTube? Let's go to history. Okay, we're going to review another guy here.
Women told me how much the evening had meant. MGTOW content. Alone but not lonely. They all proclaim from the mountaintops. Like it means something, like it's real. If it's like Joseph Goebbels, if we say it enough, we're not going to feel the absolute pangs of loneliness and longing inside of our hearts.
Okay, now this guy here, his name is Raymond. And that's the name of his channel. I'm not going to tear him down necessarily. But here's my take on Raymond here. Raymond claims he's an incel. He hasn't kissed a woman in 10 years. He'll say it right on his video. And remember when I said that certain YouTubers get stuck in a loop? They got to put out the same kind of content. And they get stuck. Well, that's what's happening with Raymond here. He's stuck in this loop, and he is putting out the same rhetoric in almost every video. In other words, if I watch one video, I've seen them all, because he repeats himself quite a bit. I mean, some of the videos will be a little different from each other, but his talking points are always the same. I haven't been with a woman in over a decade. And he goes off on this rant. But what are the positives on his channel? Well, he's got 25,000 followers, so he's not doing too bad. His growth has definitely slowed down quite a bit. He's going to level out if he's not already doing that. Positives, he's very consistent. He's consistent with his talking points. He kind of talks about the same issues in a lot of his videos. pretty much dresses the same, got the same background. He's got a certain look and feel that's pretty consistent, and I can get that. But the bad part is his viewers are going to move on. His growth is going to just slow down and level out. Maybe decline a little, but at least level out. And so he's going to stop growing as fast as he was. He already is slowing down. He's not growing as fast. That is true. He used to grow quite a bit. Now he gets a few every day, but he's still growing, but not as fast as he was. And the downside is the same content every day. That can be a downer. His viewers will move on. Oh, I've heard this already. I already know what he's going to say. So there's not enough diversity going on. He's going to, before too long, he's going to have to reinvent himself. Is he an incel like he claims? No, I don't think so. I don't think he's a loser. I don't think he's the incel he claims to be. I think he's got more going on than he's telling. But I just think he's got to tell the audience and put out a certain image, because that's the brand that he's built. He's got a good channel. He's very entertaining. But let's listen to him for a little bit. I'll show you what I mean.
The reality of spending every waking moment alone, to the point where going out in public and trying to interact with other people becomes almost impossible. You get into this habit of this zoochosis, this habit of just going to the store and buying the same things. Bam, 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 bam. They change the aisle on you. They change the price on you. It just like completely wrecks your world. Even being able to like grocery shop, price compare, stand in a produce aisle, try to figure out some other thing to purchase, to eat, to sustain you, try to change some habit. It becomes almost impossible because there's so many.
I hate that. He brought up a point. He's mentioning how the grocery stores change things around. I hate that. Because once I get the floor mapped out, we have 2 grocery stores here in town. Price Cutter, Walmart. I got both of them sort of memorized. So I can walk into either store and walk out in minutes, knowing what I want, where to find it. When they change it around, I hate that. I hate that. Yeah. I do a variety of things. That's true. Kind of like Forrest Gump says, it's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get. One day I'm doing a food review. Next day I'm talking about the Orange Man. Donald Trump. Trump did this. Trump did that. You don't know what's going. Well, you don't know what you're going to get. So I'm kind of picking on this guy a little bit, but he is entertaining. But no, he's not the loser. And you know, a lot of these creators lie for views, money. Oh, yeah. People accuse me of doing that. So, okay, you know what? 90% of your content creators, if not more, lie all the time. Some, like Kenneth Copeland, take your money. I mean, if you want to send Benny Hinn or Kenneth Copeland your money just so he can go out and buy another jet, hey, and that's your business.
The other people around you constantly just living their lives and shoving their little fat little fingers in front of you in the freaking aisles. Meanwhile, you're an invisible, bald man. Doesn't matter how tall you are. Invisible bald man. Just an afterthought to everyone else around you. And it's, even if you try to go like the contrarian, dig your foot in and be stubborn. I'm going to walk slow on purpose. No, they just.
Okay. This is exactly the image that I walked away from. When I put out that video about how bad I felt at that time, it got like 75,000 views. And I felt like I had to continue to make that kind of content. And then one day I stepped back, took a look, and I'm going, I want to leave a legacy. What kind of a legacy do I want to leave? Do I want people's image and persona of me to be a crybaby like this guy? I had to think about that long term. So I said no. So I'm not going to make any more crybaby, woe is me. Yeah, I've got a couple of videos like that. They're still on my channel. You can go dig deep enough. You'll find them, including that one that got 75,000 views. But I had to think long term. So I need to put out positive content. And this man is stuck in a loop. He is exactly what I don't want to be on YouTube. That's what he is. These nomad van life shows I watch, they are really living it in the vehicles. You got to be careful. They could fake anything on YouTube. I can do that. Do you know, I got this friend in Springfield, and his best friend has a private jet. You know, I bet I could set that up. I'll make a YouTube pretending to be a guru. And at the end of the video, because I'll wait till the end of the video, I'm going to have everybody fooled until the end. You got to watch it to the end. I haven't made the video yet, but if I do, the way I'm going to do it, and I'm going to get everybody thinking I'm a guru. You see the private jet, you see the fancy car. We could probably produce the mansion too. I bet I can get that done. I bet I could. Yeah. I bet I could arrange that. Maybe I have to pay his daughter a little bit of money because she's got professional television cameras. Way fancier than this Canon here. So this Canon's an $800 camera. Hers are like $5,000 cameras. So I bet I could pull that off just to prove that I can. Pretend to be a fake guru for a day. Because on Instagram and on YouTube, there's fakes and phonies everywhere. I'm going to show you one. I came across this guy. So we're going to deal with this guy for a few more minutes. Because you just got to hear him. He's very entertaining.
They'll just run you over. They'll just bump into you. They'll pass you in traffic. You're invisible. I can't explain it. I have not really had, like, I've had work acquaintances, I've had drinking buddies, but I have not had, I mean, even in college, maybe I didn't have real friends. I don't know. There's the people that want to, it's a weird situation where the older you get some people that want to be around you and you don't want to be around them. And then it's converse. I see this shit. I vowed not to be lonely when I moved to a small town and got better at making friends. At 40, I haven't stopped growing my circle. Melissa Noble. I moved away from my parents in my 20s. I vowed not to be lonely. We moved in with a couple in their 50s when we were in our 20s. Despite the age difference, we became lifelong friends. My friend Brian is 97 and I'm 40. Do you want some virtue signal points? My partner and I trekked through the Sahara Desert with his parents. It was the icebreaker we needed. At 40, I haven't stopped growing my circle. That's your small town? God. I'm 40. I'll never stop making new friends. What do you get out of that? What do they get out of that? What are people getting out of this? I have friends of all ages with different interests and cherish them all. I've realized that authenticity is the key to forming genuine relationships. I'm sorry. I guess I'm just like way too.
Okay, so that article he's reading is accurate. Joy says this guy's personality seems like it's not helping his issues with making friends. I wouldn't want to hang out with him. He's so negative. Yeah. But I'll tell you something, Troy. I think this is his brand. This is the persona he's got to give off in all his videos. He's built an image online. And long term, it's not a good one. Because how do you want people to remember you? That's why I got away from the black pill. That's why I've lost a lot of subscribers, because I got away from this kind of attitude. Because I had to step back and think, how do I want people to remember me long term? Yeah. It's cost me a lot of viewers and subscribers because they wanted me to continue to put out more black pill stuff. I'm going, no. I'd rather go the opposite way and go health, wealth, and happiness, because eventually my channel will pick back up. It's going to take a while. I can either sell two things. I could sell loneliness, woe is me, oh, I don't have any friends, I can't get a girlfriend. Or I could be Tony Robbins. I could be a guru. Preach health, wealth, and happiness. The power of positive thinking. You know, the power of positive thinking. That's a good tape series, by the way. Kind of goes along with The Secret, which I believe in. Okay. I was wondering why your subs had decreased. They've decreased because I stopped being like that guy. This guy on the screen, his name is Raymond. My channel got popular when I put out a video and a couple of videos like what he's doing. Woe was me. I have nothing to live for. What am I going to do? You know, when I put out content like that, it gets viewers. There's no doubt about it. I don't deny it. So when I decided I don't want to make those kind of videos anymore, people left. That's it. I'll get new ones. Because now I'm going the opposite way. I'm going The Secret. Which, over time, is going to really build my channel. You can either go two ways. You can go the black pill, or you can go The Secret and the power of positive thinking. This is the direction I want to go. I want to make a difference in people's lives. So this is where we're going to be going, this channel. The overall, where I want to go. This guy here on the screen, he is very negative. Let's watch a few more minutes of him. Oh, there's another guy I want to show you. Oh, you haven't seen anything yet. Oh, this next guy. And know what? He's made videos about me. I mean, at least I could do is make a video about him. He's critiqued me multiple times. Might as well return the courtesy. And I'm going to do that here. First, we're going to watch this guy a little bit more. I want you to see how negative he actually is. He is funny.
Too bitter at this point and way too much of like a husk or a shell of the person I once was. People don't like being around other people in my experience. People don't generally like being around me.
Yeah, they don't like being around you, Raymond, because you're so negative. Is it the term black pill from the incel community? Well, maybe, but it's got an overarching theme of just being negative. Not necessarily from the incel community, but it may have started there. He is not very funny. Well, I think he's funny. I think he's funny.
I guess I'm physically that repulsive.
You are.
You know, I look at myself in the camera every day. I don't see anything wrong with me. Everybody else seems to think that I'm just the God sent demon troll golem uggo. I guess it really does just come down to hair. Because my dad has hair and people like him.
No, it doesn't. No. So it's your inner beauty, dude. That's why people don't want to be around you. It's not your looks, it's what's on the inside. And it's reflecting on the outside. You're the problem, not them. It's you. Stop being so negative. But this is his brand. That's the brand that he's built on YouTube. Is he like this in real life? I hope not.
My brother has hair. People like him.
No.
My sister has always had friends. She's a woman. They know how to make friends. I struggled to make friends in elementary school and high school. High school was horrible. It was awful. It was hell. I couldn't wait to not be in high school. The reason I went to art school is because I didn't want to go to college that was high school continued. I don't have whatever part of you that's supposed to like make friends. That was never, I couldn't ever do that as a kid. Like my parents tried to my mom tried to facilitate like overnights and hangouts and stuff, but slowly but surely, like in hindsight, all of those kids that would come over or hang out or whatever, it's like over time, the parents just stopped letting them come over and didn't want them to be around my mother, I guess. My dad was working all the time. My mom was pretty hard to get around.
Okay, we're going to go find another video here. Where is it? I hope it's still up. Oh, here it is.
Survival, and it seems that ever since I made that mistake of that damn live stream, she just hasn't been able to get herself over it. She hasn't been the same ever since. And I tried so many things, giving her the best night that I could, giving, like being all romantic and surprising her and doing all these things to show that I care, that she matters, and then I see a future together. And I put in my heart, my soul, my mind, my body, I put everything I have into the relationship, because, deeds.
Okay, this channel is called Fixing Your Problem. Now, this guy has made several video critiques about it. Oh, negative, by the way. And he, so I'm returning the courtesy. He's, this video, oh my God. You thought Raymond? Oh, I thought Raymond was bad. Wait till you see what this guy does in this video. I mean, it's public. It's on YouTube. So I am just returning the courtesy to this guy. And so it's the name of his channel is Fixing Your Problem. This guy moved to Bulgaria, so he's geomaxing. I guess his girlfriend dumped him. Wait till you see what this guy does. He's going to cry like a little baby. He is. I guess I kind of gave away the spoiler here. So, oh, wow. Choices. He's a little pathetic and such a shit talker. I'm being honest. Yeah, this guy is, I don't know. But we're going to return the courtesy. This video, wow.
Deeds speak louder than words. At least that's what I thought. Now today, I had some good news. I talked to my new employer and I asked, like, look, can I take some days off during that 6 months contract? And if it is an actual 6 month contract, and they confirmed when she was doing her thing, like grocery shopping and getting rid of garbage and cleaning, like all the small, routinely based, essential parts of life that everybody goes through, that I wish that these are things that we can do together in the future, something that you don't have to do alone anymore, how little or small it might be. And then I tell her, basically that I asked my employer about the 6 month contract, about possibility of vacation days. That's it. I'm reaching out. I'm asking, I'm sharing good news, and I'm reaching out, and she doesn't respond at all. And then I tell her the story of the fly, that I was in where the water was, and I was just waiting, and then all of a sudden this typical classic fly be doing something, saying something wrong, although she said I'm not doing anything wrong, or even this, that it would be too much for her and she would just end the relationship. Like this ghosting, disappearing, fading, slowly retreating, taking steps back instead of taking steps forward, completely disconnecting step by step, day by day. I told her that's my biggest fear. That I'm lingering on, I'm still believing in the idea and the future, but you already completely dismantled everything. And then I come to that point and then I see everything is gone and I'm left with everything to pick up the damn pieces of fucking again. It's not the first time. I've told her during the phone call so many times that this happened. Every fucking time a woman fucks me over, they always leave me with all the shit to clean up. I have to take care of everything. You don't take no accountability. Who the fuck do you think you are? What the fuck is wrong with you? You think I asked for this? You think this is what I want? You think that is the reason why I put myself out there again after 5 years of being single, after 1 year with a fucking narcissist? You think this is is this what I deserve? That's always what I said it last time to my dad. Like, I really think I'm cursed. I really think I'm cursed. Because look, what is this? I should have known the shift from the moment of that day. The contrast is too big from...
Okay, basically, he got dumped. That's maybe his... He got dumped. That's all I can say. He needs to move on. Get over it. Long distance relationships never work. Assuming he even had a girlfriend. What am I drinking? I'm drinking blackberry Dr. Pepper. Boo hoo hoo. Yeah. Boo hoo hoo. Long distance relationships don't work. Basically, this girl has ghosted him. Dude, move on. He moved to Bulgaria. Why did you move from Belgium to Bulgaria? So he's geomaxing. He needed to fix his problems where he was at. Now he's geomaxed, and boy, yeah, it's having all those tattoos, even on his neck. Did you notice that? doesn't help him. His personal appearance doesn't help him at all. I'm sorry, but I don't mean to judge him, but yeah, I'm critiquing this guy. Yeah, solve your problem. This guy needs to solve his own problems. He needs to grow up, is what he needs to do. Change his appearance. Get rid of that mustache. Cut his hair. Put on some nicer clothes. Start looking and acting like a gentleman. Get rid of that neck tattoo if you can. Oh, yeah, it can be done. Jerry and Julie. My wife and I started as long distance, then we met, and the rest is history. Well, you have to meet in person at some time. But for the most part, long distance rarely work out. Unless one person relocates. Either he has to be where she's at, or she has to be where he's at. Law of attraction. I want positive. I want uplifting. Me too. Me too. This guy, though, that we're watching. So comment below. What are your thoughts on this guy? Just based on his personal appearance. Comment below. What are your thoughts on this guy? What can this guy do differently to change his luck, to change his lot in life? I mean, for me, it'd be like maybe he should cut his hair, get rid of the mustache. The neck tattoos got to go. It can be done. I mean, that's just, I'm just me critiquing him. He needs to start looking like a gentleman. There are YouTube channels that'll teach you how to dress like a gentleman. He's 35. He needs to grow up. He needs to learn some introspection, focusing on the negative all the time. Yeah, you thought Raymond was bad. Oh, Raymond. I think Raymond is building his brand. But Raymond needs to think about long-term legacy. Oh, let's get back to this guy. Basically, the woman dumped him. She ghosted him. And he's hung up on her. And he says he can't get over her. Let's watch just a few more minutes, and I'm going to show you another guy. A total fake guru.
Spain to the birthday and everything that happened afterwards, even the positive stuff. Jesus. I warned her. I told her I would slip into a depression. I told her I would completely destroy everything. I would burn all the damn bridges before she ever has a chance to do anything and find satisfaction in doing so because of being in a damn power position. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what? You deserve the fate that you already put upon yourself. Be a fucking single mom. Get a fucking seed donor. End up with fucking World War III. You know, save your fucking sorry ass when the time is here, because I'm not gonna fucking back you up and I'm not gonna do shit for you anymore, man. Like, I have that opportunity. I want to work towards. I want to create something. I want to give back, and that's how you treat me because of fucking mistake I made, and you can't forgive me. You can't get over it, and then because all of a sudden you come to realization, oh, you know, initially I didn't want to be in a long-term relationship. I'm coming up with a fucking solution. I'm trying to find middle ground, and this is the way how you thank me. You fucking read it. You leave me on red. You don't even respond to it. What the fuck? Like, I'm trying my fucking ass off here to make it work, and it's just effortless from her side. Fucking Ice Queen vibes. I warned her. I will never, ever, ever.
I feel like I want to go, Jerry, Jerry, Jerry. I feel like that. Yeah, this guy is worse. Exactly. It comes from of lack. I lack this. I lack that. He was nice to you, though. Sometimes. I'm just returning the courtesy. And I want to give him some good advice. Get over it. Walk away. This guy needs to just get over it. Let her go. Walk away. I know what it's like to have my heart ripped out. This happened to me about 30 years ago. And I did some stupid shit. And I learned from my mistakes. And so my wife passed away about 6 years ago. Yeah, you gotta move on. It's easy to move on because she's dead and gone. Yeah, that kind of makes it's kind of final, it's kind of complete. She's in heaven. He follows what gets views, in my opinion. Well, a lot of YouTubers follow what gets views. Like, a lot of YouTubers are talking about that Labubu doll. What's the name of that doll? That little stuffed animal, the Labubu, or the Stanley Cup. Yeah. I remember him now. He is the dude that legitimately thought Jeremiah was senile. Hey, I'm just returning the courtesy. And he put this out there publicly. So it's not like he made it public. It's on YouTube. This is better than Jerry Springer. He should be on Jerry Springer. Comment below on this guy. Do you think he should be on Jerry Springer? Well, Springer's no longer with us. But like I said, yeah, he follows what gets views. A lot of content creators do that. They have to follow the latest trends. I do that on occasion. I'll go online and I'll go to KY3 or CBS News. I look for stories that are trending. We got a story now right here in the Ozarks about, I think, a Central High School here in Springfield, Missouri. They're not going to have a varsity football team this year because they couldn't get enough players, qualified players, to participate. And this is actually a growing trend across the nation. We're not going to talk about that, but I'm just saying that is a trend, and that is something that's happening not just here locally, but it's actually going on all across America. Our kids aren't even healthy enough to play football, nor do they have the talent to play football. They can't even pass a tape test. Crybaby. Have you watched all 44 minutes? Oh, it's 44 minutes long? No, I'm not going to. I got to speed this up on this live stream. I just want to show enough of it. And we're going to go watch another guy. This guy is a total scam. But let's watch just a few more minutes.
Never come back again, all right? No fucking rebound, no fucking second chances. Finito, finished. You fuck with me. And that's just like my mom used to say, you fuck with me, I fuck with you. You think it's okay to break my heart. You think it's okay to push me away. You think it's okay to disrespect me, discipline me, treat me poorly, give me an ultimatum, and still make me suffer by silence, absence, and ignoring me. You think that is how you're going to get satisfaction? And I was really regretting making this choice and coming here, because I felt like I was putting a relationship on the line. Like I felt like I was putting it at jeopardy, and I felt really guilty about it. I really feel like I made a mistake, all right? And if that doesn't show how much I care, if all these things I've done until now to prove my worth, I don't know what else I can do. I can't do anything anymore. Fucking take everything for granted. Look for someone else to fucking end up alone and don't complain about it, man. Fucking problem with those women. Oh, men this and oh, men that. Men are monsters. Men are demons. Men are this or men are that. And men are no. You don't need men, right? It's not just, not the painful thing is that I lost her, that she just basically gave me the silent treatment, is just ghosting me systematically. But the thing that really hurts me the most is lying to me, making me believe something that is not real. It's as the same thing as being love bombed by a narcissist. You're handsome, you're beautiful, you're good at kissing, you're good at this, you're just as such, we are so amazing. And then all of a sudden, from one day to another, you know what? I'm going to be an ice queen, and actually, the other things in life are way more important. Fuck you, motherfucker. All right. I warned you. I said, if you do that, if you treat me that way,
this guy, I was going to go to the next guy. If this guy's just too good right now.
Is everything all right? Imagine asking me like that. Is everything all right? And you know why she asks me? Because I switched off my phone because I couldn't deal with it anymore. I was just mentally just wearing me down. Like, I switched off my phone. So what that means is it was just like one gray mark because the message can't go through, right? And that's why.
Maybe you smothered.
It's so painful, man. Apologizing to make me feel like that literally a couple of days ago, and then making me believe everything is all right, everything is fine, everything will be fine, don't worry about it. I come up with a solution. I try. All right? I try. How dare you tell me not to break your heart? Well, you're the first one in fucking line to do so with me. Fuck. What the fuck is that? Telling me not to do so, you do so, no problem. I do so, I'm a wicked guy. I'm one of those guys, right? But if you do so, no problem. You go, girl. Power, bitch. Like, fuck. Fucking hell. I knew that this would happen. It was in the air. All right. I knew it would happen. She couldn't let go. All these things are adding up, and all it does is push her into a negative side, in the negative corner. I knew this would happen. I knew she wanted to break up that week of silence before I left. I knew it. And I'll be very honest. I would rather go back in time, and I wish she would have done it. That make me wait until everything is said and done. I'm here, and I can't do anything anymore about it. And just completely push me aside like I'm nothing. Someone like that, a woman like that, is not deserving of shit. And I told her that in the beginning that she deserved all these things because I said, like, she's a good person, but if you can do this to a guy that has done nothing wrong, only do good things and be there for you and be.
Okay. I gotta find this other guy here. Let's see. Yeah. Nope. Nope. Where'd he go? There he is.
Okay, so that's what's going to happen. Player game. For some people to win, other people had to lose. And just over 2 years ago, I started to research it deep.
Okay, this guy here is a total scam. Yes, I'm still working. This guy that you're seeing on the screen right now, he's a scam, a total fake guru, 100% scam. He's there to sell you, I guess, crypto. So he's a crypto bro. So people, don't fall for these scams. That mansion you're going to see behind him is fake. It's not his mansion. Like I said, I can pull that off if I wanted to. I know someone who knows someone with a private jet. And if I wanted to pretend to be a fake guru, I'm pretty sure I can pull that off. I've got some ideas how I can arrange that. Oh, did you know that there's a restaurant in Springfield called The Hangar? Or outside of Springfield, I think it's in Miller, Missouri, to be exact. Is that Atlas Shrugged a first edition? No. No. That's the novel, but no, it's not a first edition. No, absolutely not. So let's watch this guy for a few minutes. Full screen. This guy's a total scam. Don't fall for guys like him. He's only 33.
Deeply, and I realized this really is the apex asset, okay? This is the best store of value you can find, and we're still very early on the adoption curve. This is the time where money is built. And so I started buying up Bitcoin aggressively about 2 years ago.
Okay, that mansion behind him, and considering this guy's only 33, he's that good looking, he's single, and he works out a lot. He's some kind of fitness guy as well. That mansion behind him is more billionaire class. And I don't think he's old enough yet to be in that class. I can go online and Google search who our billionaires are, and you're not going to find him on the list. Not for a house like that. A mansion like the one you just saw. That is not millionaire class. Unless you're 9 figures, 100 million plus. That's a billionaire class mansion. This guy's a scam. And these fake gurus play up on this all the time. And you can rent a mansion. That's probably belongs to a friend of his.
Okay? So here's my prediction, okay? Because some people are like, oh, but Bitcoin's 100,000, 110,000, so expensive. It will be in 5 or 10 years, okay? 5 to 10 years, the idea you can buy a Bitcoin, you could have bought a Bitcoin for 100,000, 110,000, is going to be the same as buying a house for $110,000. You remember when your grandma or your, uncle was like, oh, we got this house in the family for $20,000. You're like, that's crazy, right? And that happened over 50, 60 plus years.
Okay. I just want to show you enough of this guy. This is what a lot of content creators do. And there's other videos. If you check out his channel, he's working out. What's his channel name? What is his channel name? Oh.
All right, in this video, we're gonna get into some really, really cool tactics you can utilize to help increase your total and free testosterone levels naturally. Now, the craziest thing, right? The craziest thing is that in the last 4 decades, since the 80s, testosterone levels have gone down about 40%. From 1999, they've gone down 25%. So testosterone levels are on a rapid decline. Your father and your grandfather had far higher testosterone levels than you. Having high levels of testosterone feels very good. It benefits you massively. It makes you a better leader. Taking risks feels better. Effort feels good. Your sex drive is higher. You have a certain je ne sais quoi about you. And having low testosterone levels.
Yeah. And he definitely has something he wants to sell you. Are you still working? Yes. How's your dad doing? He's doing great. Let's see. Now, I've shown you the videos I intended to show you. AI generated music sparks industry concern. I heard about that. The new religion taking over TikTok. Gen Z chooses money over love. Yeah, sure they do. Stop living in the past. It's time to move on. I agree. Oh, here's another one. Hopeless, working a job at 50 to get out of debt from being a digital nomad. About to lose my job. Yeah. There's Asmongold. Is the UK on the brink of a revolution? No. No. He does a lot of reaction videos. I could do a reaction video to him. It's like a reaction to a reaction. Government grocery store forced to shut down. The war on hot women. Never enough. Oh, there he is again. The downfall of hobbies. Joe Rogan. They're always talking about Joe Rogan. Yeah, I can't play that music video because it's, well, I'll get a copyright. So it is funny as hell. This one right here, that is a hilarious video. It's just funny. It's all about beer. Post old videos. Nothing going on here. Oh, well. I thought Angel goes in live in about 7 minutes. Okay. So we went down, see if there's anything else going on YouTube. I couldn't find anything worth talking about. Nah, I'm not going to share a screen. It's already 8:09. Well, I want to thank everybody for coming aboard. I want to thank everybody for joining me. I sure had a great time tonight, and I had several videos. I say the first one we played was from about the adults needing pacifiers, and then I showed you that a Raymond guy. He's always so negative. Then we showed you another guy who's almost as negative as Raymond, possibly worse. Thank you for the stream. It is the highlight of my Sundays. Yeah, we do this every Sunday night at 7 o'clock. Trying to be consistent to build my channel up. I do that so I can engage with all of you. And I want to show you some funny stories, no specific topic, but the adult pacifier thing, now that was funny. That just blows my mind. But adults still feel like they are kids and responsibility of their parents. Yeah. So a topic for next week. I've kind of got something going on in mind. Maybe we'll talk about, I know a good topic. People are talking about this. Hobbies. Collecting things. I mean, what is this, Baba Boo Boo doll? What do they call it? The latest thing since the Stanley Cup. Well, I'm going to have to let everybody go. It's hard to say of war, so au gratin. And next week, yeah, we'll talk about hobbies. Collecting stuff. Maybe we'll show you a video about that Alibaba. What about that Arabian chocolate? That kind of went people go crazy over the fads that have come and gone. I am 29. I think I am still a kid. I'm almost 60. I don't feel like a kid anymore. My body reminds me of it every day. You're not a kid. My knees hurt. I got floaters in my eyes. It's hard to say au revoir, so au gratin. We have to say au gratin, everybody. I will see you next Sunday night at 7 o'clock. And I want to thank everybody for coming aboard. I hope you enjoyed tonight's video. We covered lots of stuff. Maybe next Sunday we'll cover lots more. So, who knows? Au gratin.